99.
It is 7 minutes after 9 o'clock, and joining us at the Q today, Stan Gordon. Hello, Mr. Gordon.
Good morning.
May I call you Stan?
That's fine.
All right, Stan. Stan is the director of the Pennsylvania Association for the Study of the Unexplained. And you guys are located in Greensburg, right?
That's correct.
And how long has the association been open?
Okay, well, I've been involved in doing this type of investigation now for over 33 years. Actually, this is the third research group that I founded since 1970. The PASU group was founded in 1981, and we're set up as a volunteer statewide scientific clearinghouse that investigates UFO sightings and other phenomena across Pennsylvania.
And so you are looking into the UFO sighting that was in Uniontown on Thursday night.
That's correct. We had 3 investigating teams out in Fayette County on Sunday, and there's been more up there and will be more up there this week to interview more people. We've had quite a lot of people who have come forward, and what it appears to be is that the Thursday sightings were only one part of apparently a larger amount of activity that's been taking place. There were additional sightings reported on Friday in Fayette County, up into Somerset County, and we've had some reports down into West Virginia as well. We also have reports of some incidents that occurred up in that area back the week before on the 23rd. And what's very significant is the fact that quite a lot of people unknown to each other are giving to us very similar accounts of what they observed. Some of the reports are not only lights in the sky, but we're getting low-level sightings of large structured objects.
And is this part of a larger significant number of rise in the number of sightings in the area?
Well, of course, initially we got into the investigation with the sightings that occurred on Thursday night. But we also now are aware that other sightings have been taking place prior to that, and some since. And while some of the reports are just unusual lights in the sky, some of them appear to be detailed, very close-up sightings of large solid structured objects. And those are very significant. We are having similar reports coming in from other parts of the state, as we did all last year, and the activity that was going on last year is continuing right into 1993. Many other states are reporting this type of activity as well, and in fact many other countries. So whatever is going on here is very similar to what many other people are seeing around the world.
Now, the study is obviously just getting started, but what else could it be? I mean, yeah, technically it's a UFO because it was flying and people don't know what it is. That makes it an unidentified flying object.
Well, that's correct. And we work as open-minded, skeptical investigators. We try to find a logical, scientific explanation for what people see, and many times we do. Quite often things that appear to be strange and unusual have a scientific explanation. For instance, there's no doubt that some people, not in connection with the Thursday night sighting, which many people are giving us very similar accounts, but even on that night and probably last night and almost any clear night right now, or in early evening hours after dark, continuing for several hours, there's a very, very brilliant light in the sky towards the southwest part of the sky. That's the planet Venus. Depending on the atmospheric conditions, it can appear to get very bright, then get dimmer. It can appear sometimes to appear and disappear, or even appear to move around, which is what they call scintillation effect. It's just an atmospheric effect. And quite often people see that and think it's something strange and unusual, but it has a scientific explanation. So some people have seen that, and we'll get a lot of reports like that from around the state for next several months, because it'll be very similarly in almost the same part of the sky for quite a while. It moves very, very slowly. And so many things that people see are explainable. There are reports, however, every year that we cannot explain away. And, of course, there's a lot of theories as to what these unexplained sightings represent. And looking into the unexplained category, my feeling is that some of these possibly represent what may be extraterrestrial visitors, but very few. Again, many things are scientifically explainable. We may be also dealing with unknown natural phenomena, and then again, we may be dealing with other aspects that we don't even understand yet ourselves. But there is no doubt that credible people from around the world are seeing things we don't have the explanations for at times.
And many people don't realize that Stan Gordon is actually a television star. Speaking of unexplained and ones and a UFO sighting that hasn't been explained yet, the Kecksburg UFO sighting, which you've been involved in since the beginning, correct?
Yes, I've been involved in investigating that case for many, many years. We continue to pursue that case to try to find out what exactly it was that came down. That was the incident that happened back in December 9th of '65. And we continue to get information. More and more people who are eyewitnesses continue to come forward with information. I think in due time we might hopefully be able to get this case opened up. I think we've got enough information to indicate the fact that we hope someday to have a governmental investigation to really reveal the true facts about what occurred, because the government is not telling anybody the truth about what it was. To say this thing was something of an unknown nature, extraterrestrial, we can't. Our position is that something did come down, that the military got there very quickly, they recovered the object, and they transported it away. What it was at this point, we don't know. There is some evidence at this point that would point to the possibility that this may have been a highly advanced Soviet space probe. But again, that's not conclusive. That's just what some information might indicate at this point. But we continue to investigate it, and we feel that now after 27 years that the public has the right to know what really occurred.
And whenever you get people who come up as witnesses, you don't reveal their names, do you?
No, it's our policy that people who want to report these sightings, because we know many people have seen things, people are afraid of ridicule or publicity, and they can confidentially contact us. If they don't want their names used, that's our policy, that's fine. And we hope that anybody else who may have seen anything up in your area recently or in the past will come forward, because the information is very important to verify other cases. And they can either call our hotline number here 24 hours a day, which is 838-7768, or they can write to us here in Greensburg at PASU, and our mailing address is number 6 Oak Hill Avenue. We're in Greensburg, PA. Zip code is 15601. And if people would like a free packet of information where they can get good source of information on these subjects, if they send us a large self-addressed stamped envelope, we'll send it out to them for free.
Do you get a certain number of people who call repeatedly and are just, people who think they're seeing something but really aren't?
You get a few. You get a few like that who occasionally think they see something and they call more often than others. Majority of calls come in from people who just have had that one experience. And again, our best witnesses are people who are very skeptical or non-believers until they had their own personal experience. And I've seen many people's lives changed after they had these type of encounters.
Have you seen a UFO yet?
No, I haven't. In the over 33 years I've been involved in investigating these cases, I have never seen a UFO. I've talked to thousands of people. I've seen various types of physical evidence, and I'm very much convinced that people are indeed seeing something. But again, I've not seen one myself.
Okay, now you also study various other aspects of the unexplained. What are some of the other things you guys look into?
Well, one area that we're very deeply involved in is called cryptozoology, which is a scientific study of hidden or unknown animals. And under this category, we investigated Bigfoot sightings, of which Fayette County and the areas along the Chestnut Ridge have historically been very, very commonly reported up in those areas. Our earliest record of Bigfoot sightings, in fact, reported from Indian Head back to 1931. And there have been literally hundreds of witnesses who claim to have seen these creatures. In fact, their sightings are on record every year since 1972. We had a number of sightings reported last year up in Indiana County, Somerset County, Westmoreland. We're still looking into one report up in Fayette County. It happened at the end of the year, we understand, and some other counties as well. But people who see these things are very, very reluctant to talk about it publicly. UFOs are becoming pretty much accepted. Bigfoot still handles quite a lot of ridicule, and that's why people are reluctant to report it, but people do. And again, there have been some very responsible witnesses, hunters. We've had policemen. We have other people who have claimed over the years to have seen these creatures. And again, the castings we've made of some of the tracks seem to be of a real, actual nature. They show weight distribution and even bone structure in them. We've got out to sites and we've seen whole trails of footprints under various type of ground conditions in situations that would be impossible to fabricate. Impossible. And it leads us to believe there is something out there. And I just can't believe all these people can all be wrong.
How does something like that stay hidden, though, Stan? I mean, we're talking about a 7-foot-tall creature covered in hair. Something like that would stand out eventually, especially as we keep, moving further and further. There isn't much land that hasn't been explored yet.
Well, there's actually a lot of areas of Pennsylvania I've been into, very, very thickly wooded areas, especially along the tops of Chestnut Ridge, that anything could be hiding in there. But again, whatever it is we're dealing with appears to be highly intelligent. And again, I question this myself. How could something that big over all these years Why don't we have more physical evidence? Why hasn't somebody hit one with a car? Why haven't somebody found a corpse? Things along that nature. However, the circumstantial evidence and the large number of reports from multiple witnesses over such a large area seem to indicate that something's out there. And I don't have the explanations myself. But again, the reports come in all the time, and there is enough data to suggest that it deserves scientific study.
Yeah, and that's part of the fun of it, I suppose, is the fact that is the hope that you will find something eventually.
Right. Another thing that we deal with under cryptozoology are the yearly sightings of mountain lions or the eastern cougar, which have been officially extinct in the east since about 1890, but people see them every year. We have even videotapes of them here in Pennsylvania. We've made very good castings of the paw prints of the animals, and yet officially they don't exist, but people see them. Hunters see them every year. Another thing that's very odd is black panther reports. Black panthers would look similar to a mountain lion, but shiny black. And no such animals ever existed in North America, yet again, there are very commonly reported sightings here in Pennsylvania. There have been hundreds of reports in the state alone over the years. I've had hunters who have seen them face-to-face, even in daylight, the last couple of years in Pennsylvania. And it's another mystery. And they're not just in Pennsylvania, they're reported throughout many other parts of the country as well.
There's a lot of stuff out there we don't know about. Right?
That's correct. We deal with unusual archaeological finds, things that fall from the sky. We get caught out on unusual animal killings at times. There's just many, many things that we're called upon. We get many of our reports come in to us here from the news media, from police departments, from other agencies, who refer the calls to us to follow up on.
All right, Stan. Well, that'll be something that we'll have to get into again, and I appreciate you coming along. You want to give your phone number one more time?
Yes, our hotline number here is 838-7768. Our mailing address is PASU, number 6, Oak Hill Avenue, Greensburg, PA, 15601. And once again, if anybody has had any sightings recently or even in the past, we hope they would send us a brief summary and a sketch of what they saw. Tell us what they saw, where they were, approximate times and dates, and then we'll have an investigator contact them.
All right, Stan. Hold on the line. I want to talk to you when I get you off, but thanks for coming along again.
Yes, thank you.
Okay, Stan Gordon of the Pennsylvania Association for the Study of the Unexplained. Nice enough to stop by and give us a little insight into what's going on, or what they hope to find out is going on. And that was interesting, and we'll try to have Stan back again, and we'll get into some other stuff other than UFOs and Bigfoot, which the UFO thing, find out how that is going with the sighting in Uniontown. We're back with music from Celine Dion right after this word right now.
Opal's Just Beds begins their annual February furniture sale with outstanding price slashes on water beds, plus valuable free bonuses. You'll find impressive reductions on the already low discount prices on 30 hard and soft side water beds. This week you'll receive a free 2-piece padded rail set or a free deluxe mattress pad with every sale-priced water bed, an extra $20 value. You'll get free installation of any water bed, sale price $300 or more. This is an extra $50 value. So your free bonuses on these water beds total $70. Previous purchases are excluded. This is a super way to start a super sale. The store-wide February furniture sale at Opal's Just Beds opens 7 days a week in Gabriel Brothers Plaza, Route 21, McClellan Town.